Hey guys, good evening. We are live. Every night on this channel, I go live. It's an interactive session. We take comments from around the world, in the United States, Korea, the UK, and it's a good time. I share my life. We talk about a lot of things, but I share my soul and what I think about in life and how I deal with life and what matters to me. And I try to connect with people that have a similar mindset and they get encouraged and they are similar in their mindset on what matters to them. Hello, Star Pack. Good to see you, brother. Hello, DTN. Good to see you. Patricia, good to see you. All good people. Sometimes it's not good people, though. And today that's what I experienced. It wasn't a bad person, but it was some Blanton. What's up, brother? It was someone on YouTube that I had to cut off because the conversation wasn't good for my mental health. And I've cut people off in my life, including my father, including lovers, including uh, even coworkers. I mean, I still know how to work with them, but I have to cut people out of my life if they are not good for my mental health. I take my mental health serious. I lost 200 pounds in my life. I take my physical health serious, and I take my mental health serious. I don't think certain things are funny or cute, and I don't accept a relationship that's 70% good, 30% bad, even 90% good, 10% bad. If it doesn't vibe with me, I can't go on with it because it's not good for my mental health. I know what's good for my health, physical and mental. When I lost 200 pounds in my life, I got in an argument with my mom because she's struggled with her weight her whole life. She didn't understand I had to start to cut out certain food that wasn't healthy for me anymore. She didn't get it. And we got into a big fight. And I love my mom. I respect my mom. We got in a big fight. And I was willing to walk away from her. If she didn't understand it, I had to get my health together. My mom has diabetes with pain all up and down her legs. My two sisters, they're on government disability. They've got mental and physical issues. My father's got a little bit of mental issues. Look, I got my physical health together and my mental health together because I cut certain people out. I love everyone. And I try to show that in my life, but I have to do what's best for me, including on this YouTube channel. I cut someone off today. They didn't even say anything negative. It was 90% positive. But at the end of their comment, we were talking nothing about politics. They put magma, which stands for Make America Great Again. I don't mess with that. That's not my slogan I rock with, okay? And I don't care if you vote for Trump or who you vote for, but don't. And when I clicked on the person's page, I know they have bad mental health because when I clicked on their page, it was them chasing a chicken, cursing at the chicken. And they also had a playlist of all things about mental health. Last week, I had to cut off some chick. She looked hot. Who knows what she looks like in real life? She followed me on Instagram and on YouTube. And she was like direct messaging me, trying to play like mind games about relationships. I don't want to talk about that. I already told you, I don't masturbate. I don't have a relationship. Don't try to seduce me. And so I cut her off. And when I looked on her page, guess what she was looking up? All issues about how to deal with recovering from abuse. Two people with poor mental health coming into my life, and that's not good for me. Look, I don't care if you have poor mental health. I don't judge anyone. But if it's not good for me, I got to cut you out. Even if it means losing. Again, YouTube doesn't care if it's a troll or if it's someone positive and productive. They count them all as positive if they watch you. I cut my father out of my life because he didn't accept my lifestyle, me living in my car. There was other issues. But I gave away an inheritance when I did that. Because if I would have played the game with him, he's in his late 70s, so he don't have long to live. I could have played the game with my father, and I could have probably at least got a $200,000 to $400,000 inheritance. Okay, so I don't want to hear about I do things for the dollar solely. Okay, because I know how to play the game of life. Okay, and there's been plenty of times where I've walked away from money. I've walked away from money because I have to. It's not good for my mental health or physical health to be in a relationship with people that don't take their well-being serious. And because they're not doing the work of their life, they want to push their hurt on me. Look, I'll show love and compassion to you. But you know when you're being unfair to me, okay? You know if I'm trying to get my health together, if you don't understand I can't sit in front of a bucket of you eating a bucket of fried chicken, and I sat with my mom, I watched her eat chicken, but she kept saying, Sam, eat this chicken, eat this chicken. So I don't want to eat this chicken. And we got in a big fight. So if you watch my channel, you know I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not like pro-Democrat necessarily, but I'm not that type of mindset. Why does that matter to me? Because the way Trump looks at the world is, I look at the world completely different. Completely different. And that does matter. I know Hillary was a train wreck. I get why people didn't vote for her. I don't judge you for voting for Trump. But the guy's mindset is completely different how I view life. Okay? And so if you have that mindset, like you didn't leave a comment and say, look, I know Hillary sucks, so I try to do the best. If you leave a hashtag of magma, and that's some lady last night too, she left a thing on she left a thing on one of my posts that she's part of Blexit, black people for Trump, and this guy was a white guy. So it's all across the board. It's not just a racial thing. It's a mindset. I don't have that viewpoint of life. I don't have that viewpoint of politics. I'm not there with you. And it's unhealthy. And I see, and I look on their page and I see what they're talking about. I see what they're researching. It shows they have an unhealthy mind. That's like when you sit next to an overweight person and they start to give you physical health advice. That's why I look at my advice. And then when I look at someone on YouTube or I talk to someone in real life and they start to tell me about like their philosophy of life and they have poor mental health, I gotta cut you out. Because you're not taking your own life serious. I mean, in the new year, people get so worked up about health. But they don't even care. They care about maybe their physical health, but they don't care about their mental health. I care about my mental health. I care about being in a good space. That matters to me. Whether it means losing money or whatever. Having someone with a different political view as far as a different outlook on life and the world matters. And then the other part that matters, and the other time I've cut people off in my life, is if I like them more than they like me. If you're in an unequal, opposite sex or same sex, whatever type of people you like, if you're in an unequal relationship, you have to cut them out of your life. Because it's unhealthy for you. You're chasing someone and they don't like you as much as you like them. It doesn't matter if you bring them food when they have cancer. It doesn't matter if you bring them food when they have cancer. You know what they're going to do? Because I saw that in my life. Okay, I saw a great woman. I loved her. She was good. We were good friends. I saw her. There was a guy that really liked her. She had got cancer. He brought her food when she was sick because he liked her on some lover shit. So he brought her food, and then when she recovered from cancer, guess who she dated? Did she date the guy who brought her food? No. She dated the train wreck guy who's already been in 2 failed marriages that was a rebel but looked better. If you're trying to take care of someone who's sick because you're physically attracted to them and then they get better, don't expect them to go with you. They won't. They'll go with someone they're actually physically attracted to. You're going to be their friend. You're going to be in the friend zone the rest of your life. If you can accept that, then God bless. I'm not telling you what to do, but if you can't, you better cut them off. That's bad for your mental health. Does that matter? Hell yeah, that matters. That definitely matters. Because I see people out there with horrible mental health, popping pills, can't hold a job, can't show up consistently. And you're not going to give me advice. I show up consistently. I have a healthy mind, body, and soul. And I have no problem, helping others. But I know when someone is trying to help themselves. I could see when someone's putting an effort into their life. And when someone's putting no effort into their life, I'm not going to judge them, but I ain't fucking with them. That's the bottom line. Doesn't matter if they're my father or a stranger or a lover. Someone asked me the other day, Sam, when your mom passed away, will you take care of your sisters or will you, look after them? I thought about it for a minute and I understood the question. But I thought about it also then for another minute. I said, well, technically, both of my sisters, they're living off government assistance and they're both in housing. I'm the one living homeless. You understand what I'm saying? And I know I'm doing it by choice. I know I'm very intelligent and all that, but I'm the one out in the street. You understand what I'm saying? I'd rather be in a parking lot than with some family members that it wouldn't be healthy for me. And I love them. But it wouldn't be healthy for me or for them to live in the same household. I love them, but it wouldn't be healthy. I can't go backwards in life because I did that in life. I followed my sisters. You know what that got me? Not good. And I love them, but I got to speak on it. I followed my mother's health regimen. You know where that got me? Not good. I looked at my father's mental path and his relationships. Not good. I had to pave my own path. I got help along the way. All those people helped me. I'm not going to take credit for my life that no one gave me help. A lot of people helped me. But what I'm here to tell you is, at a certain point, I got to take accountability for my life. I got to put myself in a good mental space, mental and physical. And I'm telling you right now, if you're serious about life, not just serious about traveling, if you're serious about your life, about making your life really your best life, you're going to get serious about cutting people out of your life and changing your number as many times as it takes and living alone if you have to. And not playing a game like, where you're going to try to be a caretaker to someone who's sick, because when they get better, you're going to get screwed. And this is what matters to me. And this is my mindset to life. And for people who understand that, it's a blessing. And for people who don't, we're never going to see eye to eye. Never. I spent 10 years plus trying to repair a relationship with my father, and we ended up right back where we started. And that's when I said, I'm done. I said, all the work we tried to put in to try to meet each other halfway, as soon as he goes right back to zero. I can't deal with that. I got to go forward. I can't go backwards. And, so that's like when I see who someone is, they give me a 90% positive comment that they love me. I encourage them. And then they put Magna. I don't want to hear that, man. And I got no problem with, if you vote, I can know some people I love that vote for Trump, but you know what I'm saying? It's a mindset. I click on your channel and then you're chasing the chicken. You're researching mental health. You're playing mind games with me like you're trying to seduce me on my social media. I click on your channel and it's about a girl who's been abused or a guy that's been abused who's now a girl. I know what I'm dealing with out there. I know what I'm dealing with. I'm not stupid, B. I understand life. And I understand people who play games. I don't fuck with those people. And so, if you think I'm scared to walk away from, attention, I'm not, because I like being alone. And if you think I'm scared of walking away from money, I'm not, because I've worked my whole life, and I've walked away from hundreds of thousands of dollars just for the fact that I don't want to screw people. So, this is what's on my heart tonight. What do I share on this channel? I share my life. Is it worth it? Sometimes I do debate. Is this worth it? It is worth it. I enjoy it. And I get a lot more positive than negative. And I know it's my gift. And I've hidden my gift for a while because I get frustrated sometimes, like I'm getting frustrated now. But that's why I have to cut people off. Because if I let it continue, then I lose all my passion to use my gift. And then I hide under a rock and I don't want to deal with anyone. Because I'm out there getting hurt with people that aren't taking care of themselves. And that's why you have to cut people off for your mental health. Because if you don't, you're going to end up not using your gift. And then you're really not going to be you're not going to be living your best life. And that's the truth. And that's my main message tonight. Love and respect. All right, we're getting to all live comments. DTM, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I think a lot of you, DTN. And I watch your videos, man. I see you growing. And I appreciate you. And I know you've been through a divorce. I know you've been through some tough things in life. But I know you're a survivor. So when I watch your videos, I see someone taking care of themselves. Because I watch people's videos that, may not get a lot of views. But I care. I care about people who care about me. That's the type of people I want to be around. And when I watched your videos, I was like, all right, I could vibe with this guy because I see where you're coming with it. I see how I see your mindset. Now at 38 years old, going on 39, of course I'm still human. So I look at people's physical appearance. I'm not going to lie to you and be disingenuous. Like I look at physical appearance, right? But that's not what keeps me in people's life because I've cut off hot people. And so like now when I look on someone's channel, I'm looking at their mindset. You understand? When I look on someone's social media, I look at their mindset. And I say, are we going to vibe? And there's been some people, I mean, and that's why I have to remember, look, there's a lot of people that I vibe with. And with social media, it's actually been a blessing because a blessing and a curse, but more of a blessing. But when I was coming up and I had to separate myself from certain people, family and friends, I was like, there's no one else out there. And, now with social media, I mean, you meet people around the world, but you're still going to have to cut off people. And you're still going to have to remember that's part of mental health. Because I could feel the pain right away today dealing with that person. Like, it was on my mind. Like, I was trying to encourage him, like, brother, do your thing, fulfill your dream. And he was like, saying, Sam, God bless, thank you, etc. And then he put that hashtag, like, political thing. And I'm like, oh. And my whole day, like, I tried to put it away. I tried to say, like, Sam, just let him. I was like, I don't know why he talked on that. There was no reason to talk. And it started bothering me mentally. And I said, I got to cut this guy off. Because my whole day now is getting shot. Now, there's some people that should cut me off if I'm not good for their mental health. So I'm not trying to exalt myself. I know that I'm not for everyone. But my message here tonight is cut people off, even if that's me. Do what you got to do for you. I'm not saying leave people destitute, but what I'm saying is plenty of programs out there to help people. Plenty. I know family members that are on them. I know friends that are on them. Now, so, that's what I'm sharing. But DTN, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Not even 10 minutes in, and you're talking to people's soul, bro. Just keep speaking truth. Stay blessed. DTN, you know what it is, man. Thank you, brother. We'll go to the top. Let me take a hydration break, man. Thank you. All right. We get there. Chad, not chasing the carrot. Yeah. I know you're on a journey, Chad, and I feel you. You're trying to get away from consumerism. You're trying to get away from the rat race, and you're trying to live life without being controlled by society's mindset. And I respect that. And I'm with you on that. Look, I'm trying to do the same thing. I try to be as genuine as possible. There's still things in society and life that you have to do that you don't want to do. To provide an income for yourself, to build yourself. I mean, even going to the gym, there's sometimes I have to fight to get myself there. But that's part of my well-being, part of my physical health. Like I say, I take my physical health and my mental health just as serious. I take both of them very seriously because I understand, what a big part of life they play. And like sometimes when people mock me for that, I see them with high anxiety. I see them with worry. I see them popping Xanax. And like they look at me like I'm too intense. And I say, I take my health serious. And you're telling me like, a lot of people tell me, Sam, dial it down a notch. You're taking it too serious. And sometimes I say, am I being too serious? And then I look at them and they're popping pills because they can't handle life. And I said, well, they're drinking, they're smoking, they're fucking their life up. And I'm not judging them, but I got to evaluate who's telling me to take it easy. And I said, maybe they should step their shit up a notch. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm in the right zone. I feel I am for me. Again, everyone's got to do them. But for me, I got to be in a certain zone to go forward. It takes energy to go forward. Like I could easily just dial it down. And I know where that brings me. It brings me backwards because I have to be somewhat aggressive towards life to push forward. And I know that's a lot of energy. I know it. And sometimes when I'm around people, they can't handle that much energy. I get it. But I also look at their life then and say, well, hey, I understand. So, those are my thoughts. Joseph, what's up, man? Joseph, thank you for the positive comments, man. Praying for your daughter, praying for you, man, to live your best life. and to push forward in your life, man. Love. Apathy. Hey, Sammy, how are you? Good to see you. How are you, Apathy? I thought about you today. I love you. Just always know that I love you and I appreciate you. And just know that, wherever the conversation goes, thank you for everything. Patricia, I think we have covered this subject before about supporting us. Yeah, I cover it again. Because there's a scripture that says, meditate on that which is good and worthy. Okay? A lot of people talk about something once, and then they don't talk about it again. Okay? And what I found in life is a lot of people who don't keep this focus, their life is screwed up. Okay? Because Pat, same woman who is still waiting to live her dream and resents her husband, that's what I remember the last time we talked. And I remember we had to talk about that a few times. I remember you kept telling me that you wanted to explore, but your husband didn't. What do I think? I remember you asked me that many times. And I said, look, you got to start living your life, even if it's on the weekends. And so, again, I look, it's, have people downsized their life? Have people started living? I'm living my dream. I'm not there yet. I got more work to, but how do I keep living my dream? Remembering what I have to do to go forward. I have to start cutting people off. So I reflect on a plant-based diet a lot. I reflect on mental health and physical. Why? Because I keep that focus in my mind. Like, it's one thing to lose weight. It's another thing to sustain it off. It's one thing to go see a psychiatrist, to go see a therapist. It's another thing to live a life so you don't have to see a therapist, okay? So you don't have high anxiety. I don't know about everyone else here, but I get 6 to 8 hours of sleep per night. I'm not up all night popping pills, worrying, stressing. There's a reason. I cut people off. I take care of myself. I'm not boasting, but I have to evaluate my mindset. And I have to say, Sam, why am I doing this? Is it working? For me, it's working. For some people, maybe not. And so this is my mind. Love and respect. DTN. This channel is so underrated. Well, brother, I appreciate that. Yours too. I would love right now, everyone in the chat room, and I've done this on several nights. DTM Professional Window Cleaner. Click on his profile, hit subscribe. Okay, why? Show him support. There's enough success in life to be shared. Click on DTN's channel, hit subscribe. There's enough success in life to be shared. You can share success without losing your success. Never forget that. Okay? Never forget that. Greed is a killer. There's enough for everyone. Love and respect. Queen. Hello, Sam. Hey, Queen. How are you? Queen says, how are you doing? I'm pushing forward. I'm sharing. I just broke it down where I was at today. But overall, I'm positive. Overall, I spent my day at the beach. It was a Sunday. I walked 5 miles. I worked out in the morning. I took a shower. I changed my home gym. I changed my home Planet Fitness base from New Jersey to Florida finally. I said, all right, well, I kind of found out my spots now. It's time for me to change my Planet Fitness home gym. Because technically, you can only go up to 10 times to a different gym, any one gym in 1 month if it's not your home base. So I did that. It was a good day. Apathy. Hey, all. Hey, Apathy. Joseph. Nuclear thermal underwear cold. Joseph, I'm in the land of Florida where I wear no underwear. You know what's separating you? I don't say that. You know what's separating me between being butt naked? Just a pair of basketball shorts. Okay? I'm totally hanging loose out there. I love it. Florida, what was today's temperature? 80 degrees Fahrenheit, brother. 80 degrees Fahrenheit. What's the temperature right now? Well, it's probably about 73 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. Going to be in the 70s all week here in Florida. This is why I moved to Florida. Never forget that, once springtime comes, you're going to be like, oh, it's time for spring cleaning. Life isn't too bad. Never forget, winter's going to come again. And in May, it's going to rain in Jersey. It's going to rain in Pennsylvania. You got to get to Florida. I got to be in the hot tropical climate of Florida. Okay. In the summer, winter, and fall. Okay. If I want a vacation somewhere else, I'll do that. But my home's got to be Florida. Why? Because I love Florida. With a passion. I love you too, Joseph. Queen, I had to cut off a friend recently. Well, that's it. Look, sometimes you have to cut people off. And sometimes people have to cut you off. So again, I'm not sitting here on my high horse and say, no one should cut me off. Look, if I'm not good for your mental health, cut me off. But just understand, I'm doing the same thing. So, I think if you have that fair evaluation that some people not going to be able to handle your energy and you're not going to handle some people's energy, I think you'll be a very grounded, well-rounded person. I totally get why, there's sometimes people say that know me in real life, they see my Instagram, they follow me on there or something. They say, Sam, Um, like you went in on Instagram, because sometimes I go in a flurry. I post a lot of stuff, and I go, I understand. I understand if it's too much energy. Like if you don't want to see posts about me sharing what's in my soul, and you want to just see like posts of people posting like vacation pictures with their family, I may post 10 posts in one day or more. You know, some people may post 10 posts a month and they show like all family pictures. That's not me. So sometimes people can't take that energy. They don't want to see my post talking all wild. They want to see like pictures of like their grandkids and stuff. I understand that. Like I had an aunt one time tell me, Sam, is there a way that you cannot post as much because I'm missing pictures from my family? I said, yeah, I could change that for you. Let me cut you the fuck off, okay? Let me unfriend you. I'll change it right now, okay? Because I'm not going to change who I am, okay? I cut them right off. I didn't even tell them. Here's the other thing, guys and girls. When you cut someone off, you don't warn them. You don't debate. You just do it. You just do it. I don't, you know, when I cut people, I remember cutting off a girl that I dated for a while. And I loved her. I respect her. I still respect her. And then I saw her a couple of years later. She said, Sam, like I thought like you just cut me off out of nowhere. I said, well, it wasn't good for me. That's it. You know, and that's how I look. I'm not, that's how I am. I got a big heart. But I can be very cold. And now I'm not a cold heart as far, but I'll cut you off without thinking about, we can go through a lot of stuff together. I've been through a lot of stuff with a lot of people. And I cut them right out of my life in 1 minute. Someone can say the wrong thing right now, I'll cut them off right out of my life forever. And never look back. That's how I am. Now, maybe that's not how you are. I understand that. I can do it very easy. We can say a million nice things to each other. We can go through wars together. And as soon as someone starts acting a little, I'll cut them right off. I'm okay with dying alone. I know what life is. I've seen people die. 99% of people die alone. So I don't have a disillusion of what this world is. Okay. Love and respect. Keelan, hey brother. Keelan, love and respect. Hydration break. And again, if you guys do want to follow me on my Instagram, I post before I go live. It's the word inspire, the symbol _38. Inspire _38. You can get that notification that I'm going live on YouTube there, and if you're subscribed to this channel. Apathy. We all must have good boundaries. I'm going to take it a step further. I agree with you about boundaries, and I have to say that everyone should do what's best for them. I have to speak on me, and I respect you, Apathy. I know what you're saying. But I go a step beyond that. Beyond having a boundary, I just cut people out. Because I look at their life and their mindset, and I say to myself, how is this person going to respond 2 months from now, 5 months from now? And I said, this person probably not going to change. And I say, you know what? I'm not going to have a boundary with them. Like I could have boundaries on YouTube. I could have boundaries in real life, but some people I don't even want to deal with. And that's why I change my number a lot. That's why I'm quick to block someone, because I mean, I could have a boundary, but that lingers in my mind. Just to know they're still in my life. Like today, I was walking on the beach. This one person left a comment, and it made me reflect on my life. It lingers in my mind that this person's in my life. And it hurts me mentally. I can't deal with it. I have limited conversation with certain people I know in real life. And I have to keep, now, again, everyone's different. I don't want to push my way on you. But I'm saying for me, I have good mental health for me. Again, a lot of people, they're popping pills. They got to drink their alcohol tonight. They're watching me drinking alcohol, and I'm not judging them. But that's what they have to do to keep their sanity. I'm drinking ice water, B. I smoked cigarettes. I drank alcohol, fucking with the wrong people. And I was morbidly obese. So guess what I had to do? I totally cut everybody off. I had to cut everybody off. And I had to build my own life. Okay? With the food I was eating, with not doing alcohol or cigarettes, not just because my buddies are doing it and people at work, I don't give a fuck who's doing it. I don't want a beer, okay? I don't want a cigarette. I don't want to step it down a notch. I like my life, okay? I like my life. I feel I'm in a good space. I'm living my dream. Most people I know say, Sam, I wish, even a guy like who posted that today said, Sam, you're lucky you're living a dream. I said, well, there's a reason I'm living a dream, because I have the energy to do it. I have good mental and physical health. I didn't move to Florida overweight with poor relationships. You know, I did the work of my life. People who know me in real life, this took years. And all along the journey of getting my life together, people say, Sam, tone it down a notch. You're too excited. And I'm lapping them. And I'm not trying to say I'm lapping them because I'm better than them, because I'm not better than anyone. I know that I've been broken in life. I'm not better than anyone. But for me, in my mind, is how I look at it. The people that tell me like to take it easy, I'm lapping them. And they're still fucking stuck because they keep accepting that like it's okay if I don't get serious about my life. For me, I can't live like that. But it's just me. I mean, again, everyone's got to do them. But this is me sharing my life on this channel. So, Patricia, America is already great. Well, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Now, America could be improved. Now, it's got to be improved. And there was too much political talk. And I get why Trump got elected. So, again, I'm not trying to be disingenuous. But we should be having a shutdown for middle class and lower class financial equality, for reforming our healthcare system, for reforming overworked America, not for building a wall. That's fine if we want to build one. But then, like I say, you build New Ellis Island, and there's a more comprehensive way to look at society. You know, so like that's why I say, like, I know we're not on the same page. Like even the girl last night, the hashtag Blexit and all that stuff, she was talking about, I want to build a wall. I said, I don't care what you want to build. We don't look at life the same way. You know, and even like I talk about politics because I try to be straightforward with people. But like I'm not walking around on the beach thinking about, I think about society, and I think about policies, and but again, like we're just on different pages. I try to enjoy life too. Some people are more wrapped in. I mean, I got a lot of religious people on this channel too, and I cut them off sometimes. And we're the same religion. Technically, we're Christians, but I don't care if you're Muslim, Jewish, atheist. I really don't care. I got caught almost in that dogma of religion. And I understand how it can get that way. So I try to give people a little space. But then, like, the same thing. Like, I was telling my pastors I masturbate. And I wanted to, like, preach that. And they said, no, you can't do that. We want to pray for you. And then they got caught in adultery. And half the congregation, their marriages failed. And then so I started looking at the way I look at faith. These fucking people telling me that I can't speak on masturbation and porn, and their fucking life is on some side shit. So that's when I really said, you know what? I'm getting out of this church. I'm cutting these people off. And that was one thing out of many, and I'm going to start developing my own thought process. So it's the same thing with the spiritual world. So that's why, like, a lot of times people come in here, they know I have a faith foundation. They think they could talk all religious and, like, I'll rock with them. Believe me, I cut off more Christians than I have cut off atheists in this channel. That's the truth. So, that's the way I look at life, Queen. And cut off a family member. Yeah, I already did it. So you preaching to the choir on that one. DTN, deep. Thank you, brother. Queen. You all right, Sam? Thank you, Queen. John, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. You know I love you and I appreciate you, man. And I'm praying for you, man. I'm pulling for you. John, I'm pulling for you, man. I hope you're still in here and you hear that. I'm pulling for you. Nice to hear you tonight. I hope you have a great week. Thank you, brother. You too. Love the topic. Thank you. Definitely cut them free. Yep. Love and respect. Same back to you, brother. Sunglass face emoji to you. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Queen, great topic. Thumbs up tonight. Love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Daddy Geek. Hey, Daddy Geek. Hey, all. I thought I missed it tonight. 2 pound trees and thumbs up. No, you didn't miss it. Out to you, D. Love to you. Queen. Hi, Daddy Geek. Santa Marie. Yep, sometimes cutting people out of our life is necessary, just like cutting bad habits. I agree. Negative self-talk and poor decisions. Totally agree with that, Tiana. No, I agree with that. I mean, and again, it's a mindset that I'm speaking of tonight. It's nothing to do with one topic. It's an overall philosophy of how you look at life and how the people around you look at life. And if you're all not in unison, you don't go forward. Like, I don't understand how people don't realize how much energy it takes to go forward, to show up and to, build your life. I mean, for me, it takes everything I have in my soul. So sometimes, like, when people, like, I said, well, they're not going forward. I can't even take their advice. I mean, it takes a huge amount of energy to go forward in life. And you need the grace of God. I recognize that. But you have to do the work, because faith without works is dead. And part of the work to me is just cutting people off, man, pruning that tree. And it's sad, because, like, sometimes I have to cut off people that did something for me. That's the tough part that's tough. But I can't live by a guilt trip. Like, when someone does something for me, I try to show immediately love and respect. And I go back. Like, even people that got me job opportunities, Like I've gone back years after the fact and sent them emails and called them and kept in touch with them to try to show I'm very thankful for the opportunity, and I mean it. But at some point, you don't owe anyone your soul. I don't care if someone gave you a down payment for a house. I don't care if they gave you a job opportunity. I don't care if they kept you from getting shot. You have to show them love and respect. But at the end of the day, no one gets blind loyalty. No one gets blind loyalty. And you can't give back your life if they helped you. I mean, it's like, why would you? I remember when I was young and I was at my grandparents had took me to a boardwalk arcade on the Jersey Shore. And we were playing like, slots, but they were for kids. Like you get like tokens and then like you exchange them for like a stuffed animal. And so I wanted like this big stuffed animal. And my grandma knew it, and my grandfather. So they gave me like, extra money to try to win more money on the arcade slots to buy this like big thing. And we were there, and we probably spent over $100. And the stuffed animal was probably worth like $10, right? But my grandparents knew I wanted it, and so they gave me, extra money to play these slots. And so finally, after about an hour or so, we get enough tokens to exchange them for, this stuffed animal. And so once I got all the tokens, like I went to the booth, and instead of getting the stuffed animal, I ended up getting something for my grandparents because I wanted to show that I appreciated them and what they did. And they said to me, and like almost like my grandma was almost like disappointed. She goes, Sam, well, I appreciate the gesture, but the whole reason we helped you was because we wanted you to get what you needed or wanted. And I don't regret reciprocating that love, right? But it was almost like there was like a disappointment. Like when someone helps you to get something, look, you say thank you, but it's not like by you in exchange sacrificing your life to help them, it's like no one goes forward. So in a small way, I think about that in that type of context. Queen, I missed it last night too. That's all right. Like I say, I would love for you guys to come in here every night, but I don't want you guys to stop living your life. Live your life, go forward. And again, if I never see you another day in my life, I'm okay with that. I don't, because I want people to do them. And I'm not here to string people along, to control people. I'm not playing a YouTube game. I mean, for the most part, it's just a documentation of my life with some fun in between. I have fun. I mean, I'm a little bit serious tonight because I'm in that zone. But, it's all about everyone's got to do them. Well, Brea, good to see you. Queen. And I'm on time tonight. Yeah, you are. Thank you, Queen. Joseph, at Queen. I had to cut my brother out of my life. I understand. For trying to steal from me $63,000 in a lawsuit. And then he gave like a frown disaster emoji. I understand that. He lost in court. It's good to laugh, man. I hear you, Joseph. I hear you, man. Inheritance, man. Inheritance is all about liquidate. Everyone get their cut and get the hell away from them. In most cases, that's what life's about. I'm sorry to say it. Inheritance, liquidate everything, get your cut, and get the hell out of there. You don't want to be in a real estate business with your family members. You don't want to own property with your family members. That's my life experience. You're thankful for anything you can get. But I mean, speak on it. Data Geek. Hey, Queen. Good to see you tonight. Love and respect. Free to be me. What's up, brother? Mental health before physical health or spiritual. Now, they're all in unison. You can have great mental health, but have poor physical health and no spiritual foundation. I believe you're going to be screwed. To me, I believe, in my opinion, everyone should do whatever they want. I believe in mind, body, and soul as much as you can. There's some parts of that you can't control. Like some people may have severe DNA issues with their physical well-being or mental well-being. And, as much as you can control, you have to try to keep all three in unison because they're all linked. There's a scripture that says the body is the temple for the spirit. And if your body isn't well, you think your mind's going to be well? If you're bedridden, you think you're going to have a healthy mind? Very hard. So what I would tell you is mind, body, and soul. That's how I look at life. But everyone should do whatever's best for them. James, what's up, man? Hello, good vibes. Well, same back to you, son. Sun vibes to you, because sun vibes matter to me. I mean, part of me moving to Florida was because I value vitamin D and sunlight for my mental health. I do. I do. And I found it pretty true. Getting sunlight, not dealing with cloud. It snowed up in New Jersey today. That would be a disaster for me. I don't want to deal with that anymore. Love to drive. I always watch your videos, but it's my first time on your live chat. Well, I love to drive. I appreciate that. Thank you. I see you and I thank you. And I appreciate everyone who has the courage to write a live chat and to leave a comment. It's appreciated and the love is reciprocated. Oh, Brea, this is so timely. Well, thank you, Glam. Love to you. Love and respect to Georgia and everyone in the GA. Joseph at Queen. Yes, very ruined. Very ruined my holidays. I understand, brother. Queen, I cut one person off because she said she was going to send me a package. Then she lied about sending it and she didn't. There you go, Queen. You saw the signs. If you ever want to know one of my top 3 favorite movies, if you want to ever watch it, you can watch it on YouTube. It's called The Silver Linings Playbook. The Silver Linings Playbook with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. Great movie. And Robert De Niro was in there too. He did a great job. Great movie. One of my top 3, Silver Linings Playbook. And at the end, that's what Jennifer Lawrence was saying. I mean, you have to watch the movie to get the context. But she was saying to Bradley Cooper, didn't you see the signs? And I believe in signs. I believe in, like, when someone shows you who they are, like Maya Angelou said, believe them the first time. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Believe in the patterns that you see, the signs that you see in people. Because it's part of a mindset. It's part of how they look at life. And, you have to discern. Not necessarily like judge as far as like they're going to heaven or hell, but just discern, is this person healthy for me? Are they good for me? You have to. Or else the tail gonna be wagging the dog, man. I've been down that road. Not good. Luke. Sam, I celebrate you, brother. Well, I'll do the same. Tonight on this beautiful Sunday, it's gorgeous down in Florida. I'm finally feeling better. Thank God. Well, Luke, praise the Lord. Physical health matters too, man. I take my physical health serious and my mental health serious. Love and respect. Luke, hope you're doing well. Let's rock this coming week. We're going to take it one day at a time. Let me get through today, brother, because I got to build up my strength for tomorrow for work. I know. Most positive week ever. I hear you. One day at a time. That's what we're trying to do. I ain't mad at that. I got to take it one day at a time. I love it. Bland straight tooth. 100 emoji, brother. You know what it is, man. Love and respect to Boone, North Carolina, and all the guys out there, man. Luke. Health, wealth, and self-care. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Daddy Geek. Welcome to the live chat at I Love to Drive. Yes, welcome. Apathy. Always consider the source. Amen. Amen. Always consider the source. That's a comment. I totally agree with that. 100. Daddy Geek. Glad you're feeling better, Luke. Yes. You got to feel good in life. That's true. Tana Marie. I hear you. Excuse me 1 second. Tana Marie, I hear you. I would choose parking lot solitude over entanglements. Well, I totally agree with that. I mean, that's one thing I think about too when I think about getting a home base, especially if it has an HOA community or has neighbors. You get married, you get entangled to your neighbors, to your HOA. I mean, even with campgrounds, but I'm only entangled for however long I stay there. I have freedom. And for me, for mental health right now, the biggest thing that helps me is knowing I have flexibility. When you're locked into something, when you're locked into a property, when you're locked into financial and emotional entanglements, there's a mental pain there. And I talked about it last night, and I talk about it often. As you get older, your physical health, even when you take great care of yourself, it deteriorates. Your muscle tissue starts to deteriorate. Your cells stop to regenerate. So as you get older, in addition to your physical health, even if you take great care of yourself, it starts to deteriorate. The same thing with your mental health, because your mind is in your body. And your mind and your brain, same thing. You have to fight even more to keep yourself, because you got more memories of the past. You got more failures in life that you dealt with, more people that you've dealt with. You have to be extra sensitive as you get older, that your physical and mental health need more of a priority. Like I say, in my 20s, I could eat a bucket of fried chicken and play 2 hours worth of full court basketball with no fouls being called. Right now, I'm in a plant-based diet, best shape of my life. I couldn't play like ball how I was playing in my 20s. Why? Because I'm older. I'm taking better care of myself. So like the stuff I could deal with people and in certain environments and situations in my 20s, I ain't going to deal with that now. because it's gonna take me all my effort to stay positive and to be. Nah, as you get older, you can't play those games, man. You just can't. Uh, and I see people playing those games, and then I see what situation they're in, and like apathy says, I consider the source and what their life's looking like, and I say, well, I'm on the right path for me. I'm on the right path for me because the route they're going, no good. Daddy Geek. Hey, apathy heart emoji. I love that type of heart emoji. Yes, with the magical thing. DTM, man. Thank you again, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you, DTM. Queen. And the other person I cut off because he got mad because I have so many internet pages, and she said that she was not accepting any more of my request. Well, I understand that. And like I say, you have to respect that because they may not be good. You may not be good for their mental health. So they'll have to cut you off. And just like I understand that for me, like there's some people that they might not like me, so they'll cut me off. I understand. I'm okay with that. We have to be fair in our evaluation. And so they have to do what they have to do. So there's nothing wrong with that either. We have to be fair. Antonio, cut them off is right. Greetings, Sam. How are you? I feel good. I feel good because I cut people off. If I had to deal with people who aren't taking care of themselves and not even trying, I would feel worse. And like I started to feel today. So I got to go forward. I love you, man. Daddy Geek. Way to go, DTM. Much love and respect. Yeah, he's a positive brother. He's a leader, man. Queen. I've already cut 2 out of my life. Well, there you go. That's a good start. DTN. Dada, appreciate that. It's love. Joseph. At Tiana Marie. Agree 100%. I had no other choice but to cut my bro out forever. I understand. And they give like a haircut emoji. He's in the salon business, so I understand. And again, it doesn't mean they're wrong and you're right. It means that I will never make decisions to hurt someone. I would never try to take. I don't see. That's the other thing too. Like a lot of people may not get me, but I never take vengeance. I've been in opportunities where there's been people like I had to cut off, and I could really screw them, but I chose not to. Like even now, there's people I don't mess with. Like if I was in a position of authority over them, I wouldn't try to hurt them. I wouldn't try to like make their life harder. I see the people I cut off, they try to make other people's life harder. I don't try to do that. So even if I don't vibe with you, I'm not going to try to hurt you. But I have to defend my own emotional well-being. And that means cutting you off, not taking vengeance. If I was in a position of authority over them, I would help them. I would give them their fair thing. But then I'm getting the hell away from them. Why? Because I got to do what I got to do. Keep myself in a healthy space and go forward in life. That's truth. Apathy. Nice DTM. Yeah, DTM. James, 2 things. 1 step at a time, I agree. Before anything, movement is everything. Totally agree. In the thought process. I'm with you on that, James. I hear you, brother. Free to be me. They are here to keep you stagnant and angry. Family is everything. Bullshit. I agree with you, brother. Now, I'm not going to say in every situation for everyone. And again, I want to show love and respect to my different family members that help me. And I want to acknowledge that help, but I'm not going to trade my soul for that help. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life being in an unhealthy place. I'm going to say thank you. I appreciate it. The love is reciprocal. But if we're no longer healthy for each other, I got to go do me. And I know we're not. Because even like the family members that are still together that I know, they're not happy. They're unhealthy. They're getting sick together. So like they know they're not good for each other either. But like they're playing this game like, we're going to have to owe each other the rest of our lives. I'm not playing no games. I got to go forward. James, movement is where you are at all times. James, I hear you, man. Movement's the key. Forgive me if I say a name wrong. Well, Miss 00. Hey, I'm Lexi. Oh, hey, Lexi. I know. I remember you from the Instagram. Don't be rude. Okay. Nikki. Hey, Sam. Hey, Nikki. Good to see you. Tiana Marie. It's easier to cut people out than trying to read their mind. You shouldn't try to read people's mind. I played that game or change them. You can't change people. And if you play the mind reading game, what you're playing is a dangerous, unhealthy game. I played both and they both end up in a disaster. So I totally agree with that. To each his own. Yep. They should live their life. Totally agree. And allow you to keep living yours. Amen, Tiana Marie. We have a viewer in here, great viewer. And her tag name is Live and Let Live. And that's what I do. And that's what I stated. I say, like, I don't try to hurt other people. If I had authority over them, I wouldn't try to hurt them, but I have to let them live and they got to let me live. And And maybe we can't coexist as far as like in the same circle. That's fine. You do you, I'll do me, and we'll go forward. Free to be me. Keep it gangster, Sam. I'll just keep it in me. I'm not trying to be gangster. I'm not trying to be a tough guy. I'm not trying to be holier than thou. But I'm saying for me, in a healthy space, this is who I am. This is who I have to be, because I haven't always been this assertive. And when I haven't been assertive, the tail wags the dog. And I end up in a bad place. So I hear what you're saying in spirit, but you know what I'm saying. Because they can't handle the truth. Well, look, I'm not trying to sit here and say, like, I understand how painful life is. So I'm not trying to be hurtful in a strong message, and like, because I've been broken. So there's been times like where I couldn't handle the truth. So I understand the broken spirit, but I put in the work. You got to put in the work to get better. And I understand if you're not ready to, but I got to keep going. I mean, if you want help, I'm with you, but there's a mindset that says I want to go forward. And there's a mindset that says I'm not going forward, I'm playing games. At least how I read it. And if I feel that vibe, I got to cut off. Because I know how much energy it takes for me to go forward. It takes a lot of energy. And the minute I have the wrong person in my life, they suck the energy right out of me. The right people inspire you and give you more energy. The wrong people suck that energy right out of you. Just with one text, just with one comment, just with one verbal reply, they will suck the energy right out of your soul. You think you're going to go forward? You ain't going to go forward. I've been down that road. I can't go back. Apathy, 10 degrees here. Oh, apathy. I can't go back to that either. Sun, smiley face emoji to you. Queen, I'm doing good. Joseph, Sam, I had to shovel snow, misery. Ugh. And then he gave like the snowing emoji and the snowman emoji. Ugh. Whew, might as well have been the devil emoji. Ugh, I feel for you, brother. King Genius, good to see you, man. Polk County in the house. Steve, what's up, brother? Hello, Sam. Only one I can depend on is myself. Yeah, I mean, you need the grace of God, and you're going to need other people to give you opportunity. There's been people that have given me opportunity, and that's helped me. So I don't want to preach a self-made man or self-made woman message, because all of us need help. But I don't want you to have to be guilt-tripped the rest of your life to repay your soul. You know, you can't get help and then give everything you have back and just like, you know, it's all waste. You never went forward. So you can't be guilt-tripped. But we all need help. I try to be very balanced now. Be safe out there because it's cold here. Well, I understand, brother. Thank you, Steve. Love and respect to you and your family. Thank you, Steve, for all your comments. Love and respect to you. Keep playing your guitar. Yeah, gotta go forward. John, good evening all. Good evening, John. How's everyone doing? We're pushing forward, brother. How you doing? I know you fixed that computer today, I read. I'm doing great, or better. Just fixed and hold crisis. Yeah, you had a computer issue, the software side, I think, or hardware. So happy. Now celebrating with fresh pizza. I ain't mad at you. Thank you. I love you, brother. Pizza emoji to you. See, like, that's the thing. Like, you know, because I'm real intense and serious about my physical health. I got no problem with John eating pizza or doing whatever he wants. I love that, brother. And I give him a pizza emoji. But what I'm trying to say is if I sit with you and you keep telling me, Sam, have a slice of pizza, you can have one, you can have, eventually I'm going to say, yo, I'm not fucking with you. Like, not you, John, but if it was you, I would say that to you too. I got no problem with someone doing them, like eating fresh pizza, doing them. I got a problem when someone pushes that on me. Like, I got no problem with someone saying, look, I rock with Trump. I got a problem when they hashtag Magma on my page. That's how I feel. Because, like, yo, do you, I'm doing me. And that's how we got to do it. Love and respect. Tara, walked and jogged for an hour. I know you had a tough day the other day. I read your comment, and I was praying for you. And that's the thing. Like, I read every comment. Why does that matter? That matters because I allow other people's thoughts to go in my mind. Like, there's some channels that say, "Oh, leave a comment in the comment section." You know, they'll read maybe when you read someone else's social media, whether it's a YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, doesn't matter, or tweet. When you read someone else's social media, you're reading their you don't have to read their mind. They're telling you their mind. And so, like, when you take that in, if it's unhealthy, I can't take that in. Like, if I read every comment and I got people out there that's way out there, I can't take that in. That's not healthy for me. That's like, you know, if you're eating a plant-based diet and then you go eat fried chicken and you put that in your body, that's not healthy. Your body's gonna reject that. Like if you're speaking positive life and you're going forward, and all of a sudden you read some comment of some guy like not taking care of physical and mental, you're gonna read that comment, it's gonna hurt you mentally. That's why, like, I don't follow a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand people don't want to follow me. I tell people all the time, look, if I'm too much for you, go your own way. I got to be me though. I can't suppress my creativity for someone else because then I don't have energy. I kind of feed off my own energy. Like I got to post a lot, or because that's what inspires me. Now, some people, if it inspires them too, we're going to connect. If it doesn't, then I said, look, just unfollow me then. I'm not trying to grow at the expense of my own well-being. If my energy is not reciprocated, if you don't understand it or feel it, just unfollow me. Let's just cut it off right now because this is what I need for me to go forward. This isn't like an entertainment series. You understand what I'm saying? This is my life. You know, with a little bit of jazz on it, but this is my life. You understand what I'm saying? No editing. So it's very important about that. Tara, walked and jogged for an hour. That's very wise. And a half. 37 degrees out. Very is cold. Health is number one. That's true. Mental, physical, all of it. Tara, you know. Tara's been through the struggle. I watched her Instagram. I followed her. I check out other people. I read their comments and then I check out their page. I want to see where they're at with their mindset. Tara lost a bunch of weight. She's been through some issues with drugs and bad friends. And she's trying to get her life together. You think she could be fucking with some person that's still going back and forth, backsliding on drugs? You can't. That's why I told Tara, get the fuck away from those people. Not because you're better than them. You can't be fucking with people like that if you know that you have an issue with, you know what I mean? Backsliding and you know what I mean? You can't be around those people. I've been like that. Whether it's food, drugs, relationships, you can't be around people that are struggling with something that doesn't sit well with you. There's a scripture that says, be very careful when you help people, for that you yourself are not caught up in their sin. You got to be very careful with the people you let in your life, because it will totally destroy your life. Because Tara, I see the work. That's why I vibe with Tara, because I see the work she's putting in her life. I looked at people's social media. I want to see what they're doing with their life. I watch people's channel. I got no views. I'm the only one viewing it. And I get excited because I see they're putting in work, rattling it down. She putting in work. DTM putting in work. Tara putting in work. But I also see, like I say, like Tara, you're trying to get your life together, and you're in an environment where people ain't trying to get their life together. You got to be very careful. I've been in that environment. I don't care if you have to live in your car and get the hell out of that state. That's what you do. Why? Because it matters. It matters to me. And I want the best for people. I don't want Tara putting in all that hard work of her life, working hard. She's a hard worker. And trying to get her health together, trying not to get like picked up on the street. She out there walking in the street and some guy's trying to pick her up. So like, he's willing to give her money so she can go do drugs. She's trying to get her health together. She don't need somebody giving her that type of proposition. That's why I say get the hell away from there. You put in enough work in your life, you get a job anywhere. And fuck it if you got to work at Target, whatever you got to do. Love and respect. Gabriel, smash that like button. Well, I appreciate that because I know all the cursing I'm doing, I know it's going to get demonetized. But, it is what it is. This is who I am. I mean, I try to like tame it down, but if I do that, then it's not going to be me. Love and respect. Gabriel, I cut people out to especially older folks that are in their set ways. I can understand that. Now, I got love for. There's a lot of older people that I know, very old, that have a very renewed young mind. So I don't want to make a general statement because I do know a couple of very progressive thinking, adaptive older people that I love. But there's some rigid ass people out there that are old. I hear you. Steve, one day at a time. Yeah, I got that tatted on me. That's how important that saying is to me. One day at a time. I agree with that. I'll never forget, I was in a rehab for my sister. And a guy, he was an alcoholic recovery guy. He stood up in an AA meeting. And my mom was there trying to get answers. She didn't know if she should kick her daughter out. I knew she didn't have the strength to kick her, but she was trying to figure out what to do because it was a dark time. So I'm sitting there with my mom at this AA meeting. She's trying to like get advice from other people that have had addicted kids that were addicted to drugs. So this one older guy gets up. And he, it's like that at that stage in the AA meeting where everyone introduces himself, and he gets up and he says, "My name is John," or whatever. I'm a recovering addict for 30 years. But I know I'm only one drink away from being alcoholic. So when he first got up and he said he's been sober for 30 years, I said to myself, what the hell is this guy doing in a meeting if he hasn't had a drink in 30 years? And then the next thing he said stood out to me. He said, because I know I'm only one drink away from becoming an alcoholic. He was humble. He wasn't prideful in his sobriety. Now, I'm not saying you need to go to AA meetings for 40 years. But what I'm trying to say is, I respected his humility in his sobriety and his focus on his sobriety. Because for him to still be going to meetings and that focused on his, like he was focused. And that's the type of focus you need to go forward. And that's why people say, Sam, take it easy, you're too serious. And they're sitting there, they got unhealthy relationships. Their life is a disaster. They're popping pills to try to get through the day. And they're telling me to take it easy. It's like, who am I taking advice from? Crazy. Thank you, John. I appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you for everyone who clicks the thumbs up and who shares the video. Thank you. Live and let live. Hey, we were talking about you earlier. The nurse, the magical, good-hearted nurse trying to get her a tiny house in Virginia. Love and respect. Good evening, Sam, and all. Well, he gave it a nerdy face emoji. Well, live and let live. Push forward to your dream. You can find some unrestricted land that you could put a tiny house on, but that is the battle. The biggest battle is unrestricted land to put a tiny house, because I looked in New Jersey. Not easy. But Virginia has a little bit more country land. You'll figure it out. You're a smart woman. So I know that you'll figure out a way to make your dream work. Just keep pushing forward. Mike, thumbs up. I appreciate that, brother. Nikki. Hey, Nikki. For that, we need some yellow vests. I don't remember where that went. Tara. They are numbering themselves to fit in with drugs and alcohol, sugar, consumerism, relationships. Yep. Been there, done that. Yeah. Not going back. I'm with you. I'm with you on that mindset. Totally. Rudy, I agree. Thank you, brother. Live and let live. Sam, I totally agree with you. It goes back to one, someone shows you who they are. Yep. Maya Angelou said that. Take their word for it, because they know themselves better than you ever will. Period. Amen. You know, sometimes I get a red flag when someone tells me, like, Sam, I know I'm an asshole. Now, I've met some good people that have said that, and some people that are hard workers. But I say to myself, why would someone define themselves as that and accept that? Like, there was even a season, like, you know, remember when people, you know, when Hillary said deplorables, there were some people like that were taking pride in calling themselves a deplorable. Like, I wouldn't even joke around and call myself that. I wouldn't even joke around and call myself an asshole. I don't speak to myself like that. But some people do, and they're fucking serious, like Live and Let Live said. I'm not like, I don't want to be around people like that. I don't. No, that's the bottom line. Jones, 1963. Hey, Sam, on the same page with you. What America needs and what we don't need. Truth. Yeah, look, I mean, we don't need political correctness. I mean, that's where Trump's right. But we don't need lack of empathy, and we don't need a mislead based on ego and pride and greed. We need balance. A society always struggles with balance. It always has struggled with balance. And people struggle with balance. Balance is different for each person. For me, living a balanced life is very much extreme minimalism. So somebody look at my life and they say it's very extreme, and I can understand that. But you know, I should be able to have the freedom to do me, and they should do them. And so when I talk about cutting people off, I'm not trying to change people. I'm saying I accept that's who you are. I accept it, but not in my life. I want you to have the freedom to live that life. I don't want to oppress your freedom, but it's not that your thoughts aren't going to be in my mind, because I don't think like that. I don't want to think like that. I don't want to be like that. And that's why you got to cut people off. Tinkerbell, hey, Tinkerbell. Some people want to covertly mask toxic speech. I agree with that. And behavior with religious talk. I've seen that. But you and I see right through it. It's true. There's even a scripture that says, well, it's mainly about wealth, but it says, like, you know, a person with a lot of money thinks they're wise, but a poor person with discernment can see right through them. And I take that the same way with a religious philosophy. So, I mean, I'm with you on that. Sergo, what's up, brother? It's been a while. I remember you. Hope everything is going good. Love and respect, man. Love and respect to everyone overseas, man, and around the country, around the world. I mean, it means something to me, and I appreciate that. I thank my viewers, man. Thank you. Queen, you're welcome, Sam. Thank you. Tinkerbell. Yes. Some people will give, but it's with expectation, or they will guilt trip you. A guilt trip is a form of manipulation. A guilt trip is a form of manipulation. Totally agree. You have to see beyond the manipulation tactics. Amen. Me and you on the same page on that, Tinkerbell. 100. Jones. There was a lady who helped me when I was going through cancer. And I'm very grateful for her. But there came a day when I had to cut ties with her because too much drama with her. Jones, great comment. I want to read that again because I think that's very powerful. There was a lady who helped her when she was going through cancer. But then, even though she was very grateful, there came a day when she had to cut ties with her because there was too much drama. I think life is very simple. I stated that in one of the videos I uploaded today. That I think if you can avoid drama in life, stay positive and avoid drama, I think you go very far. Even further than some people who are more intelligent than you, even further than people who are more gifted than you. I believe stay positive and avoid drama, avoid conflict. I think you go very far in life, very far. And I 100% agree with that. Live and let live. One of the greatest observations I have learned from is people want to be able to dish out whatever comes out of their mouths. I agree with that. But never get ready for the rebuttal. I agree. And I can understand that they have to get it off their chest. Just like there's some things I have to get off my chest. Like I'm a fair evaluator. So I can understand like some of my live chats or some of my videos, I'm getting things off my chest. So I can understand if some people say, look, that's not good for me. I don't want to hear that. I can respect that. You got to unsubscribe. Just like if someone leaves a comment down vibe with, I gotta block them. So I'm fair. I know that I'm not for everyone and everyone's not for me. As long as we're not hurting one another and we're not oppressing one another, we gotta go our separate ways. When you go your separate ways and you cut someone off, it doesn't automatically mean that you're righteous and they're wicked. It just means that you don't vibe. And like that's the whole evolution of a mature mind. I don't think too highly of myself that I'm God's gift to everyone. I don't. I know that some people, I'm not good for them. And I can respect that. But don't try to force yourself on me because I don't play that either. Love and respect. Tinkerbell? Yes, business and family do not mix. 100% agree. Now, I have seen some people do it, but I don't vibe with it. Learn from that experience. I hear you. Live and let live. Let them have it every time. Rebuttals. I'm good. I'm making sure others stay in their lane. I hear you. Just cut them off, Liv. Don't even get caught in that game because that's a game too. I played that game for a while. That don't lead nowhere. I'm with you. MCV. Hey, Sam, how are you? Hope you're having a great day. Overall positive day. And I would say I'm very thankful and I'm very appreciative. I try to show gratitude and be thankful for what I have. I am. Tinkerbell. I like Silver Lining too. Yeah, that was a good movie. I like that movie. Daddy Geek. Go follow Sammy. Yeah, I should get my Instagram. It's the word inspire_38. Thank you, Daddy Geek. Thank you. Tinkerbell. Exactly. Can't change people. You can't. You got to accept people. You got to accept that your spouse is overweight and not try to change them. You have to accept people for who they are. And if you can't, you got to get away from them. Not that complicated. People make it complicated and then they live a very complicated life. Who is the worst type of people? People who mark their relationship status as complicated. It's not complicated. Very simple. You accept them or you move on. That's it. Not easy, but very simple. Sal, keeping it real, Sam. And then sunglass face emoji, perfect hope. Thank you, brother. Love and respect to Texas. Now, look, I've learned from Dave Chappelle. I see where keeping it real went wrong. And again, in business settings, in, there's certain time and place for everything. So I'm not one of these guys like just go everywhere and keep it real. Like sometimes you have to play the game. I understand that. But how I'm trying to run this channel is like how I run my life in my personal creative space. Because YouTube is a level of creativity for me. So for me to just sit here and not be who I am would not be inspirational. If I'm sitting here and I'm a character of who I want you to think I am, it's not creative. It's a business. And I have a full-time job. That's business. And that's the time and place to do a certain way. This is a little bit of both, but it's the foundation of it is me being who I am. And at the expense of the business, sometimes that costs me. Because again, every view is a view. It doesn't matter if they're a troll or who they support, doesn't matter. But I'm willing to lose some of that, just like I was willing to lose inheritance, because if it's not good for me, I have to go my separate way. That's how serious about my mental health. I'm that serious. It's true. Queen, okay, Joseph, Tana Marie. Blind loyalty is only reserved for ourselves. Even that, yeah, I love you, Tana Marie. Even that, I would differ. I'm a fair evaluator of myself. I could say, look, I could see that you don't owe me, like, I'm not always right, or I'm not always for everyone. So I know what you're saying in context, but I just want to say again, I'm not saying that I'm God's gift or that any of us are. I'm just saying that you have to know I am who I am and you are who you are, and we got to either rock or go our separate ways. We don't owe anyone anything, regardless of what was given. Now, I agree. Now, I try to owe gratitude and love. I try to show gratitude and love. I believe in that. I've tried to go back in my life consistently and show people who have blessed me or helped me, because I've gotten help along the way, that I'm thankful. And that means something to me to be like that. But then after that, if there's a manipulative game, we're done. I believe in showing, expressing gratitude. But I don't believe in manipulation. And there's a fine line when that starts to become manipulation. Live and let live. Most people are so consider, and what is happening with others, that they don't spend time focusing and working on the disasters in their own lives. Shaking our head. I totally agree with that. That's what you'll find, like people putting all that energy into politics or to a relationship, and they're not putting any energy into their own life. And then a lot of those people say, Sam, you're lucky. Now, I acknowledge God's grace. I acknowledge good fortune. But I put in a lot of work. I put in a lot of work to get my physical health together, my mental health. Like, that shit didn't just come to me. My mom's side of the family struggled with obesity. One of my aunts died. My father had some mental stuff. My sisters, one's, they strung out, I got God's grace, but I put in the work too. And so, and I didn't put in the work like talking about politics all day or talking about this. I failed my electrical exam 3 times. Who did the work? I did the work. You got to do the work. And a lot of people aren't doing the work. And then they try to make you feel guilty like you're lucky. Some of it's luck. I'll never be disingenuous. But a lot of it's work. Again, people even say, with YouTube, oh, Sam, YouTube channel's growing, you're so lucky. And I see their channel, and it's like they upload a video once in a while. And they're not putting in any energy. They're not putting in any work. And they're side messaging me, favor for a favor. And I'm like, B, just, focus on you. I don't know. That's how I feel. Tom, hey, Sam. Someone I run into at work says he gets up at 1 a.m. every morning for work and goes to bed at 6 p.m. I can't imagine that. He's at least 60 years old. Well, it doesn't, some people are night owls. And I worked the night shifts for many years. And it can be a blessing. That's when I did my own business. I worked at night and I had my business during the day. It doesn't matter when you wake up or when you go to sleep, as long as you get 6 to 8 hours per sleep. That's the amount needed for the average adult. You need 6 to 8 hours of sleep per day. It doesn't matter if you get that sleep from 12 noon to 6 p.m. Eastern. It doesn't matter if you get that sleep from 12 midnight to 6 a.m., but you have to get at least that amount. But the key thing is, I've worked a night shift. I know it's harder on average to sleep during the day when the sun is out and your biological clock is kind of just automatically up. It's harder. And that's why they say people who work the night shift tend to have poor health. People who are truck drivers tend to have poor health. Why? Because they're on the road all day. They're on the road for 10 hours straight sometimes, taking minimal breaks. You can still be a truck driver, have a great career, and you can still work the night shift and have a great career and have great health. It's possible, a little harder. You have to know yourself, and you have to be very conscious of that. That's the truth. Jeremy? I hear you, brother. I hear you, man. Tom, hope you're doing well. I'm glad to be back in a live chat for the first time. Closing in on a week of plant-based diet, no meat. Amen, brother. Amen, brother. Keep going forward. Love and respect. Dana, I feel like this with my job. I hear you, man. Good to see you, Dan. Well, Brad, go the extra mile for my mom and getting nothing in return. Like, it's tough. It's tough with parents because for most people, even if you didn't have perfect parents, your parents did something for you in life. They did something for me, both of them. Um, the only reason I really still love my mom, I mean, with full, is because my mom, as we matured, she gives me freedom to be me, and I give her freedom. And that means something to me. I mean, that's why I call my mom every day. I mean, because we have freedom. If my mom was controlling, I wouldn't call her every day. I wouldn't go see her, just like I ended up doing my father. At a mature place, look, your parents decide to have you. You didn't ask to be born. Your parents sacrifice for you, but, also, look, they have to, it's a tough dynamic. But all I can tell you is you have to, as an adult now, Obrea, you got to figure out what's best for you. I don't have the answer. I could just share my experience, and everyone has to figure out for himself. Charlotte, hey, Charlotte. Overall, what I hear you saying, know thyself and be true to thyself. That's a big part of it. So glad I found your channel. Well, amen, Charlotte. I'm glad to have you. I'm thankful for my viewers. I don't take them for granted. I don't. And I don't take my growth for granted. I can't sacrifice who I am. I have to be genuine, but I show gratitude. I'm appreciative. And I mean that. AJ, what's up, brother, down in Miami? Good to see you, man. I have also cut out 90% of the people in my life. That's not a bad statistic. The last 3 years have been the happiest time in my life. I hear you. I hear you, brother. I mean, we're very similar. How we live. AJ lives in his Prius down in Miami full time. He's in the stock game. He's got family members. But through your comments, brother, we're very similar in our mindset in life. And that's why we rock. That's why I'm cool with AJ. Because we're very similar. And that's the type of people you have to be around. I mean, that you're similar. And that's why I want to be around. Joseph, Sam, my family, parents, and sister all sided with me. And my bro, we were very pissed off. Dookie emoji. But what my bro did, because I was truthful, and he laughing, and then he give like the pound, judge ruled, justice done. I hear you, brother. I hear you, man. Let it go and go forward, man. I hear that pain, though. I hear what you're saying, man. King Genius, Polk County in the house. Stay positive, brother. He gave a couple of grinning emojis, I know. And then he gave sunglasses, a lot of palm trees. I was number 9 to click the thumbs up. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate everyone clicking the thumbs up. Thank you, King Genius. Good to see you, man. Love, respect to Polk County. I saw your comment on my earlier video today. And I know that you said that you didn't have much to be positive about lately, so you've just been quiet. And I think that's good. I think when you're hurting, you should heal. But it's good to still hear from you. And I'm pulling for everyone. I want everyone to live a great life. And myself too. I want us all to live a great life. So love and respect. Linda, it's hard, but I know I need to move past some of my own family. I can understand that. Thank you for your words. Thank you, Linda. Love and respect to you. Thank you. Daddy Geek, Sammy is preaching the truth here tonight. 30 people watching, so let's smash that like button and show him some love. Thank you, Daddy Geek. I appreciate the kiss and the thumbs up. Thank you. Joseph, live and let live. Welcome back. Yeah, live and let live. Also positive viewer. Positive people. But that's the thing, like, right? There's a lot of positive people in here. A lot of positive people I met in this channel. And that's encouraged me. And I try to take the effort and show them that. But I would miss them. And I wouldn't be focusing on them if there's been a lot of negative people too. I've blocked probably over 1,000 people. But that's a parable of life. Like, you won't focus on the positive people if you keep the negative people in your life. You can't. Because you only have so much energy. You only have so much attention. So if I don't cut out certain people, like, I'm not going to spend time like on Live and Let Live, Daddy Geek, all the people that, leaving comments, Joseph and everybody. Like, I'm going to spend time on them. I don't want to do that. I don't want to change them, but I don't want to do that. John, nah, no pizza for you. I love you. Only for me. I imagine. Laughing good. It's good to laugh. Laughter is good for the soul. FYI, I eat 9 to 10 pies. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at how much you eat. These are mini pizzas. I don't care if they're whole pizzas. I got love for you. And I eat light cheese and sauce. I love pizza. I'm not mad at you. I give you a pizza emoji. I want you to enjoy your life, man. And I'm just, and that's why, like, I want people to understand. I'm not saying this is how you should live. I'm saying this is how I live. And I'm passionate about it because this is how much energy it takes me to live this life. But I love you, John. I don't want to control you, and I don't want to shame you. I don't want someone to feel like they have to be ashamed if they're having a beer and pizza. I can understand why people feel that way if they watch my channel, but people who get me, like John, he can still eat his pizza and we're friends. You know what I mean? But I may have to make a video say fuck pizza, throw it all out, don't drink alcohol, because that's where I'm at in my life. But it doesn't mean like I'm telling you you're wrong. I'm just saying this is me, and I want you to eat pizza, watch drink alcohol, watch me. It's all love. But, this is how I look at life, because I've lived both lives. And I love you, John. Tana Marie, we have to release those sideways comments, 100% agree emoji, that people throw out. You know what it is. I'm guilty of replaying that mess. That's what happens. Exactly. See, you replay that in your mind and you can't let go. You latch on to that comment and it feeds your mind. And that's why it's unhealthy for your mental health. You think about that sideways comment all day. And then she goes, replaying that mess in my mind far too long when it doesn't deserve my time or energy. 100% agree. Amen. Live and let live. Hello, Joseph. John, 56, watching 29 likes. We're getting there. John, if you get demonetized, there's some more AM videos that will support you through these every bit. Well, that's cool. I mean, DTN super chat helps. So, but I have to, look, I have to be me. But that's why, like I said, that's why I work a full-time job too, because if I just do this as my full-time and it's not a sustainable rate, I can't be creative who I am. I'm not going to, I have to play a game. I'm going to have to get a pet. I'm going to have to get a girl in a bikini. I'm going to have to stop cursing. And then let's see, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't even as I have to catch myself. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own lane. I'm just saying for me, how I want to do this is like inspiration in who I am and how I look at life. And that's how it's got to be, or else I can't do it. So, but love and respect. Live and let live. Sam, this is a perfect example of people and their BS. On Friday, the nurses brought in donuts. Oh, yeah, here we go. And donut emoji. And one of them nurses on the heavy side, physically offered me one, and I said, no, thank you. And I love overweight people more than I like skinny people. That's the truth. And I love my mom. But that's what happens. Like, I got no problem with people eating donuts. I got no problem with people being overweight. I rock with them. But I got a problem when you see that I'm trying to get my health together, or you know that I don't eat like that anymore, and then you're offering me that. And you're saying to me, oh, it's Friday, you can have a donut. Oh, you've lost a lot of weight, you can cheat a little bit. Like, don't do that to me. I respect your donuts, and I want you to enjoy your donuts. I'll sit there with you and watch you eat your donuts, but don't put that energy on me because I got to stay focused. I love you. Inspirational global nomads across the pond, no borders, live chat. Yeah, it's amazing. We need likes, time to spread Canada, Europe, Cuba, etc. It's all love, man. I love people from everywhere, man. And I'm blessed that this channel has gone global, man. I mean, it's a blessing. Alice, what's up, Alice? You are so Italian. I love it. Well, love and respect. Thank you, Alice. Good to see you. Love to you. Live and let live. Her response was, why not? Yep, I knew it. I've been there. I hear you, Liv. You can afford to eat a donut. Yep, I knew it. Donut emoji. Or two. But she was not ready for the comeback. Well, and again, I love big people more than I like skinny people. But I'm just trying to say I know exactly the mindset you're talking about. Daddy Geek. Amen, John. Heck, I would hit the super chat again. No, that's fine. If he gets demonetized, don't worry about that. Because these talks from Sam are a huge help and blessing to us all. Love and respect. Now, I don't want to play a manipulative game with you guys. I'm just sharing. Just do you, and thank you, though, Daddy Geek. Love and respect. Clam, have purged toxic people from my life, and since high school, great advice. I didn't do it in high school. It took me some years to learn that. One of my first, I think DTN asked me that like a couple chats ago. He said, Sam, when did you start becoming yourself? It took me several years, right? In my young adulthood. But I remember the first time I started to really speak up for myself was I was hanging around older kids. And I really wanted to impress them because I was like happy to hang around the older kids, and I wanted to show them, like, I wanted to be cool. And I found myself in a place, no matter what I did, I couldn't impress them. I couldn't make them happy. And then I remember getting to a point where I basically told them, look, if you don't like me, go fuck yourself. And that's when like they started to respect me and like me. And that's where you have to be in life. I mean, you have to be willing to walk a level of your journey alone in order to find the right people. If not, you'll be playing that game the rest of your life, man. Rick, hello, Sam. What's up, man? How is your vegetarian diet working out? Still not cooking in a Jeep? No, because it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. It took me 3 years to lose 200 pounds. I've sustained it all for 4 years. So I'm not on a diet. I'm on a 90% plant-based lifestyle, and I'm not going back by the grace of God. And so it's working out great. And I'm about 7, 8 years into my health journey. Not a diet, not a New Year's resolution. So that's where I'm at. Thank you for asking, Jones, 1963. Part of being a recovering alcoholic is helping those who still suffer. So maybe there was two to help the one who's still suffering, been sober 15 years, truly understand one drink away. Well, you get it. But I mean, I did a little bit of like doing that comment, because where I've seen people struggle is them trying to help other people and they don't have their life together. Like people get sober for like 6 months and all of a sudden like they're trying to save everyone. I seen that in a church game. Like people get saved, and I almost got caught up in it, and they try to save everyone. Just do you. And the longer you do you, some people are going to get inspired by it, some people aren't. But I hear what you're saying, Jones. Live and let live. She's still back on her rebuttal. She's still fired up. I know where you at. My rebuttal was, you can afford to stay out of the donut shop for at least a year. Boom. And she gave like a powerful explosion emoji. I understand. I understand. Respect. Oh man, MCV, man. Thank you, brother, for the super chat, man. You're a blessing in cold weather. As sunglass face and thumbs up, MCV, man. Thank you, brother. Love to you, man. I appreciate that super chat. I appreciate the support, man. The love and the appreciation and the gratitude. I want to express it, man. And I want you to feel it up in that cold weather, because I've been there. And I think about here I sit in the middle of January in Florida, and last year this time I was sitting in New Jersey, uploading videos, doing a live chat in the parking lot with snow around me. Someone commented, I think it was Apathy, on one of my snow videos. It was one of my viewers from one of my snow videos in New Jersey, living in my car. For 2 years I did that, and people told me like, Sam, I don't understand, But I said, look, this is a step I have to take to get down to Florida and to change my life. And that's why I'm thankful, because for me, it may not be like some life that people want to live, but for me, this is the life I want to live. I want to be in Florida. I want to live light so that I don't have to have people hang stuff over my head the rest of my life. And I want to be free as you can be in this world. So for me, why I feel so passionate is because, I am serious about trying to live my best life. And I'm not giving you like a sermon, like as far as like just a bunch of hot air. Like you could look at my life and you could see the action. And you could say like, I'm serious. And I appreciate that. Joseph. Oh yeah, well I skip. No, I'm still laughing at Liv. Joseph, Sam, bro, thought he had a slam dunk win in courtroom. He still see a lot of pain out there, man. But my evidence, simple math, and truthfulness won the day in court. Well, you must have Judge Judy. She was very angry at the judge. Be careful what you wish for. Look, yeah, I hear you, man. I pray I never gotta, go through any of that. I mean, I understand how much pain is involved with going to court, and especially with family members and everything. I always try to look for a peaceful resolution. And a lot of times, but I understand, like, when you're talking about like dividing, it sounds like you had a large sum of money, dividing a large sum of money. There's a lot of contention there because a lot of money at stake. And like I say, I would have had no contention If I would have kept my father in my life, my sisters already stopped talking to him. So when my father died, all the inheritance would have went to me. But I was just at a point in my life where it was getting too unhealthy for my mental health to allow him to, like, I know he was just blowing off steam, but I don't need to hear that anymore. You know, I see some people nickel and dime their health, nickel and dime their life away. I see some people staying in a state until their parents die. I see some people keeping their family members in their life so they can get an inheritance. I see some people waiting for their house to appreciate more in value before they sell. I see people nickel and diming their life away. And while they're doing that, I'm trying to be present in the moment and live my life now responsibly and respecting others. I don't want to nickel and dime my life away because I've been around death. I've been around older people. I know the brevity of life. I know what life's about. And I know how painful life is. I'm not trying to play like a game with life because I'm trying to make the most of my time here and I'm trying to get the hell out of here. Like, when God calls me, I'm ready, and that's it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't have one of these dreams like I want to live forever in this world. I want to make the most of my life. I want to live a peaceful existence. I don't want to suffer. And that's it. I'm good with that. You understand? And but I see a lot of people nickel and dime their life, man. Wait for their house to appreciate another 10%. When I sold my house, it was just like, I just basically got up out of it. I put a lot of work in my house. I put a lot of money into it. It took me a lot to get it to where it was. I just tried to sell it I just needed to get out of it. I could have tried to make more money and but I was just like, I gotta get down to Florida. I'm not waiting for it to appreciate. I could have probably made more money in equity if I would have kept my house and stayed in New Jersey. But I would have lost 2 years of my life. I know people in their 60s still playing that game. They're going to get down to Florida. I remember when I came down to Florida last year, in the beginning of the year when I changed my license. I'm sitting in the DMV in Florida, going through the process of getting my license. And in the DMV is mainly older people. Because again, this is probably like the retirement capital of the world. And there's an old guy in front of me. And he's finally made it to Florida. He's from another state. There's a lot of people in Florida that move from another state, especially at retirement age. So he's got to be in his 70s. So he's very excited to get his license. He's been waiting for this all his life. You can hear kind of like the side talk with him and the wife and the DMV girl. So the DMV girl gets all done with registering his, getting his license, getting his registration transferred to Florida. She goes, okay, sir, you're officially a Floridian. All you have to do is pick out which license plate you want. You want like a specialty license plate, like I got Endless Summer. And so he looked at the license plates on the wall in the DMV, and he goes, oh, I'll take the one that has the American flag with JFK on it. And she looked at him, she goes, well, that's not JFK, that's Martin Luther King. And then he goes, that's Martin Luther King? Old white guy too. And then he gets up and he looks, he goes, I don't want that one. He goes, give me the other one. But what's the lesson? The lesson is you don't want to wait until you can't even tell the difference between JFK and Martin Luther King on a license plate because you can't see 10 feet in front of you. That brother nickel and dimed his whole life. And he probably voted for Trump. But he nickel and dimed his whole life, man. You got to be very careful. MCV. Crack that window. You look a little warm. Yeah, I'm fucking tonight. Praise the Lord. Queen. And then she gave blow kiss emoji. Laughing emoji. Good. It's good to laugh. What is that, owl? And then I like that owl emoji. I don't think I ever saw one of them. That's a good emoji. Oh, that's funny. Praise the Lord. Jones, you inspire me to do more. Thank you. Do better in my own life. Praise the Lord. Thank you for that. Thank you, Jones. The love is reciprocated. Thank you. Narf 707. Is your brother endued perfect? I don't understand the question. Sam, live and let live. Sam, you are appreciated. Thank you. And love, same back. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Bravo for not letting anyone rent space in your head. Yes. I think Gandhi had that quote, don't let anyone drag their dirty feet through your mind. Don't let anyone drag their dirty feet through your mind. Something of that effect. And I agree with that. I agree with that totally. And love and respect again to all the nurses. Live and Let Live, Teresa, Sarah. There's a couple nurses in here. I have a lot of respect for nurses. Every field. Look, I don't care if you work at Walmart, but I know what it takes to be a caretaker. I mean, but it's a gift. We all have different gifts, but acknowledged. Sal, Tallywhacker, Hijacker. Okay. Don't know what that was. Okay, Jacqueline, I appreciate your video so much. Well, I appreciate you too. Thank you. Heart emoji and peace emoji back to you. Submarine Vet, love and respect to Boston, man. Good to see you, Submarine Vet. Love and respect, man. Thank you again, MCV. You're a blessing to me too, man. Thank you, brother. Nikki, the other day I posted about how I've known since, about what I've known since before I was 5, that my opinions are unpopular. Ever since my posts get a lot more interactions. Okay. Sir, did you ever go in Canada? No, I didn't. I got a lot of friends on this channel from Canada, but I never went there. A lot of Canadians are actually down here in Florida now. There's a huge connection between Canada and Florida. Our brother Trent News, who has property in Fort Lauderdale, he shared some history on that. But I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go to California. I don't want to go to Texas. I love everywhere in the world. But I love Florida, and I don't plan to leave Florida. Maybe vacation somewhere else, but not Canada. Not because I don't love Canada. It's just because I like tropical, hot, flat land. I like south. I don't like north. It's a feel. Even when I went into the mountains of Vermont last year, I didn't like going north. I didn't like climbing up mountains. I don't like that. I like hot, flat, tropical land, and that's Florida. Tom, how's it going, bro? Be appreciated anymore. Well, that's because you got to help yourself. I spent years of my life trying to help people who didn't want to be helped. And then I had to wake up and say, look, my own life's a disaster. I'm overweight. I'm not in a good place mentally, physically, and spiritually. I got to get my own life together. So people who try to help other people are neglecting the work of their own life in most cases. Sir G, nope, I didn't. Peppa, hello, Sam. Hey, good to see you. Oh, that's the other nurse, too. Life is too short. Happiness is not a replacement for misery. Yep. Take life for happiness and go with it. Yeah, make the most of it. I agree with that. Run. Yeah, I agree. A lot of magical heart emojis. Good to see you, Peppa. Pack, what's up, man? California in the house. What's up, Sam? You need to live your life, yes. Like Jersey Boy said, it's my life. John Bon Jovi. Yeah, good job. Yeah, John Bon Jovi's from New Jersey. Yeah, that's a good job, Pack. Love to you, man. Andy G, what's up, brother? Hey, Sammy. Hello, everyone. Glad I was able to catch you. Good to have you, man. I appreciate you, Andy. Live feed. Wishing everyone the best. Andy, we love you. Peace to you, brother. Love to you. Steve. I do construction. There are so many jobs there in Florida. I do interior trim on custom homes. It's hard work, but it pays the bills. Yeah, I can understand. I think you're a little bit younger than me. I did construction. I worked construction for the first 5 to 10 years of my career. I worked in New Jersey in the winter. I worked in ditches. I worked up on forklifts, like 2-story lifts, running rigid pipe in pharmaceutical plants in New Jersey. It's a young man's game. I saw older people in construction, but I didn't want to work with my hands. I wanted to eventually get it behind a desk, and it took time. But construction and the trades are a good way to get some foundational certificates and some groundwork for your life and for your career, and then build it from there. John, Sam knows what likes he wants. Yes, I know what I like, know what I want. Mel, checking in, Sam. Peace emoji. Waiting at Starbucks to volunteer NEMA meeting. I don't know what that is. National Alliance for Mental Illness. Mel, I didn't know what that was, bro. Thank you, man. Love and respect to you, man. That's interesting. I never heard of that. Thank you, man. And good job, brother. Joseph. Sam, so many Canadians are rich today because of old money from real estate. Okay. I have met a lot that do have real estate. 30K homes are now 60K. Wow, they're up there. 1980s boom supply and demand. A lot of demand drove prices skyrocketing. And then give the rocket emojis a money bag. Yeah, I've heard about that. And I know Canada's economy is booming. See, you can have a thriving economy. You can have millionaires and you can have universal health care. They have it in Canada and they're doing great. They have it in Europe and they're doing great. America's the only industrialized country that doesn't have it. Yolanda, Sam made it through the weekend. Talk to you tomorrow. Okay, good night. Hoping you're doing well. Thank you, Yolanda. Love and respect. Well, praise the Lord, guys and girls. I gave it the best I got tonight, and you guys gave it the best you got. Thank you for your support, man. I really want to show gratitude to everyone who watches. You're appreciated. Thank you, DTN Window Cleaners, for the super chat. Thank you, MCV, for the super chat. Thank you for everyone who clicked the thumbs up button. If you didn't click it, I appreciate you clicking. I appreciate sharing the video. And just remember in life, apathy, love to you. Have a peaceful night also. I love you. Just remember in life that you're not better than anyone, but in order to be in a good space, you're going to have to cut some people off. And that's it.